When you hear the name Heather Thomas, you probably think back to 1981 to the series called The Fall Guy. Even though Thomas is mostly known for the role in that show, that is not the only reason why it's really easy to have a crush on her. Being beautiful, blonde, and with a heavenly smile, here are 10 reasons why Heather is so likable. She wasn't called Favorite Female Newcomer by US Magazine for nothing. Before we start the video, please take a second to subscribe to our channel as you make sure that you don't miss out on any other fun videos we make. Number 10. Thomas dreamt of being a writer. Most actors, once they get the taste of Hollywood, they forget about education. That, however, didn't stop Heather from finishing high school or graduating in 1980 from UCLA School of Theater, Film, and Television. Initially, she enrolled to study writing as she had a dream to be a movie writer and director, but as she landed her first role very young, her career took her to other places first. Number 9. She had a rough road to the top. When you're passionate about something, nothing can stop you. Heather started her acting career when she was only 14, and even though not everything went smoothly from the beginning, she landed the gig on Talking with a Giant, where she interviewed celebrities and appearing in a series called Co-Ed, which was canceled quickly after airing. She got the role that skyrocketed her career only 3 years later when she played as Jody Banks in The Fall Guy, making Heather a good example of never giving up on your dreams. Number 8. The pressure of Hollywood. Even though getting the role on The Fall Guy and becoming famous because of it quite early in her life, not everything was perfect. We all know how it is when young actors have to endure the pressure and speed of Hollywood, and sometimes things can go the wrong way. Just starting to live her 20s, Thomas became addicted to cocaine. However, Heather was strong enough to turn her head in the right direction and soon joined a rehab program to get herself clean. Number 7. Even rehab can have a romantic story. Not everything is dark when it comes to getting yourself some help. Like many unusual love stories, Thomas had hers. She met her first husband, Alan Rosenthal, while she was in her program to get clean, Alan being one of the co-founders of Cocaine Anonymous she attended. They met there and fell in love during her rehab and got married in August 1985. They didn't have any children together, and their romance was quite short, as they got a divorce in September, just a year later. We could say that it was short and sweet, and it probably made rehab more memorable and easier to endure. Number 6. Everybody has a bad year. September 1986 was a bad month for Heather. Not only did she divorce her husband after 1 year of marriage, but she was also in a car accident. She was trying to cross the road on San Vicente Boulevard, leaving a store, and was hit by a car. Even though the car wasn't driving more than 20 miles per hour, the driver didn't see her cross the road and only noticed her after she was already on the ground. The accident was quite severe as she sustained heavy injuries in both of her legs, along with some bruises and pain in her chest. It might leave you angry, thinking how irresponsible the driver was. However, it was Heather's fault as she was jaywalking and the driver couldn't know that somebody will jump on the road. Because both parties were equally guilty, they decided not to press charges and neither of them were cited for the accident. Number 5. Getting the movie roles of her dreams. Following her success in The Fall Guy and Zapped, Heather got many offers to appear on the screen. You might think that this is great for someone who is trying to make their career in acting, but in Heather's case, it was quite the opposite. Her being beautiful and a pinup girl, the roles she was being offered to play weren't what Thomas had in mind, and didn't envision herself as being just a pretty actress. Because of the repetitive offers that didn't interest her, she decided to retire from her movie career and return to her biggest passion, writing. She had many projects in mind, some in horror, other with dark humor, but she said that most of them have a deeper social agenda, which is one of the main reasons she was excited about writing those ideas down. Number 4. A more important reason to quit acting. Besides being disappointed in the roles she was getting, that was a minor reason for Heather to quit acting. She began to see that family is more important and rather focused on her relationship with her second husband, Skip Brittenham, who she married in 1992, and their marriage is still going strong. Thomas later revealed that she also wanted to hide from the world of acting due to the number of stalkers she had. Every celebrity comes across one or two in their days in the spotlight, but for Heather, it got so bad that she sacrificed her career to keep her family safe. She said that one of her stalkers tried to climb the fence of her home to get inside her house, having a knife in his hand. Since Heather already had 2 daughters at that time, she had the urge to protect them, and giving up her career did just that. Deciding to take some time to focus on her family was indeed a good choice. Number 3. Heather never gave up on her dream. Finally getting a chance to focus on her writing, and since she went to UCLA to study writing more than acting, Thomas gathered the courage and wrote her first script in 1997 called School Slut. With the story, Thomas wanted to portray the dark side of high school, but in a comic type of way. She said that she wanted to explore the high school scene a bit, especially how strict it is and how much pressure it puts on the students. The story is about two girls, a popular one and an outsider, and upon seeing how unfair the school system is, decide to join forces to disobey the rules. Even though the story sounds more than enticing, Heather pitched her script over 40 times before Touchstone Pictures decided to purchase it. If you are trying to remember if you watched the film, don't scratch your brain too much, as the movie studio decided not to make it after all. Thomas fought and got her rights back for the script and made it her goal to produce it herself one day. Number 2. All that writing paid off. We truly have to admire Heather for never forgetting about her dreams. From drug abuse to finding the love of her life and having 3 children, it's hard to stay focused on what you want to do. But that didn't stop Heather, as she got her writing break in 2008 when she published a book called Trophies. The story is about a woman who has it all in Hollywood. She knows how to get the top roles, and she has her secrets like everybody else. Thomas wanted to focus on the behind the scenes of Hollywood and its social status with a spark of comedy. Through this video, Heather taught us many things, but determination and believing in oneself are on the top. Number 1. Activism can be romantic too. When you have everything you ever wanted in life, it's time to give something back. There is no surprise that Heather did just that. Along with her husband, Brenton, she is hosting monthly fundraising gatherings in her home, which became known as the LA Cafe, because they like to have these events during the breakfast hour. There is nothing more beautiful to see than people taking action, and what better way to do it than with someone you love? Ending this video on a romantic note seems quite suiting for Heather Thomas. Which of these 10 reasons made you like Heather Thomas even more? Leave your answer in the comment section below. We would love to see what you think, and check out other videos on our channel.